Hi everyone, welcome to Mindful Crafts and More. I'm Katrina. If this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome. Take a look at this video and any of my other videos, and if you find yourself inspired, by all means, please join my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button though on this video before you do that. To those of you guys who are returning, thank you so much. Welcome back. I really appreciate you just hanging out with me for a bit. So, I am out of town again and doing some work. So I did bring some of my crafts with me, but unfortunately I left some at home. So I'm going to try to make do with what I have while I am here, and I will show you guys what I'm doing as we go along. The things that I have forgotten, you guys, please forgive me. I was really busy trying to quickly pack all my things, and I thought I had put things in my bag, and later to find when I arrived, I don't have them. So those things, once I get back home, I'll make sure that I show them and share them with you. Okay? All right. So one thing that I did bring with me is the pink yarn for the hat to complete the hat that I was working on for the baby sweater that I'm going to put in right here. Okay, so that was from my Embrace the Lace Knit edition. So now I'm going to show you the hat. Let me share my screen with you. Okay, guys, so here you see the hat. I think it turned out just so beautifully with all the eyelets and everything. I really do love the way it came out. And as you see here, the eyelets go all the way around, okay? They're all the way around, and I did my gather here, as you can see, but I am ready to finish off the top of my hat. And I mentioned previously that I actually used the Kitchener stitch to finish off my hats. And I know that's not conventional because usually the Kitchener stitch is used as a closure for socks and things like that. But I actually kind of like them on some of my hats. So let me show you how I do that. Okay, if you haven't done the stitch before or you haven't done socks before, this is a way that you can finish it off. All right, so what I'm going to do is just I'm going to kind of measure out a length of this yarn and I'm going to cut it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just thread my yarn needle. Okay, and I like to have an even number of stitches that I'm going to use for my bind off this way. And my yarn should be coming from the back. So I just kind of orient it so that my stitches are coming from the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do for starters is I'm going to approach this first stitch with my needle, and I'm going to kind of pretend like this is a knitting needle, and you'll just kind of follow this same sequence until you're done. So the setup is going to be like this. I'm going to go into this first stitch here as if to purl, okay, and I'm going to pull that through, and I'm going to leave it on the needle. Okay, I'm not going to take that off the needle. Then I'm going to go to this next stitch as if to knit. Okay, so that's my setup. All right, so now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into this stitch here as if to knit. I'm going to go in and take that off. Okay, I'm going to go into this stitch as if to purl, leave it on. Then I'm going to go to the back stitch as if to knit. And if you see here, I made an error. So this right here should be down like that. Okay. So now I'm going to go here. So I went to this first one as if to knit. this one as if to purl. Now I'm going to go to this one as if to purl. Okay, and I'm going to take that one off. All right, so that's a two-step process, and right now I have 3 stitches left on my needles. Okay, so now I just took that one off. So now for this one, I'm going to go into this one as if to knit, and I'm going to leave it on. Now I'm back to the front. Go into this one as if to knit and take it off. Go into this one as if to purl in the front, leave it on. Go into the back one as if to purl, take it off, and then go into the one next to it as if to knit, leave it on. Now I have 2, okay? Go into this one as if to knit. Uh-oh. Take it off. I took it off already and I had it on. Thank goodness I had it in there. Go into this one as if to purl, leave it on. I'm at the back now. Go into the back one as if to purl, take it off. Okay. Go into this back one as if to knit, leave it on. So I'm going to slide my needle over so it doesn't come off. Now I'm going to go into this one as if to knit, take it off, and go into this back one as if to purl and take it off. All right. So now as you see my stitches here, they might look just a little not even yet, but what I can do is I can kind of go along and just kind of tug on the stitches to get them to be a little bit more even with the size of the stitches that I was using before. Okay, so you just kind of go in each one and you just kind of adjust them. And once you make your adjustment, then usually you are all set. You just kind of go along and you adjust those stitches so that they will all kind of fit. Okay. Okay, guys, so I am back, and this is how it finished up. I really do like the way the Kitchener stitch just has a nice even continuation of the stitching that you are doing for your hat. So I like this particular type of finish for the top of my hats. And again, I know it's usually not a typical closure for a hat because many times we just do a gathered stitch or something like that. But I think that with this stitch, it gives a more continuation of what stitches you were doing before in your pattern. So I like it. Now, again, the thing to remember with Kitchener stitch is when you go into the front stitch, initially you go in as if to knit, and then the stitch that is next to it, you go into that one as to purl. Okay, the first stitch you're going to take off, the second stitch you leave on. Then your next step is go to your needle in the back. When you go to the needle in the back, you go into that needle as if to purl. You take that stitch off, and then you go into the stitch next to it in the back as if to knit and leave it on. And then you start the two-step process all over again, going into the first needle knitwise. So I hope that's helpful. The more you do it, you get into a rhythm, and it is something that is easier for you to do. So yeah, so this is my matching hat that goes to the little baby top that I showed you guys before. I do this one completely in the round, and I really like the way it came out. All right, so kitchen stitch to finish off your hat. If you guys try it, let me know what you think. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Don't forget to give my video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and if you haven't already, join my channel. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.